When I am sad, I just want to be left alone, sort of, and not have it questioned. Like, the worst thing ever. Actually, now that I'm saying it, maybe it's not the worst thing ever. Is somebody asking you, are you okay? Because, like, it's a lot of times I just don't want to be asked. I just want to be where I am and them to leave me alone.
The difference is because she withdraws for attention, and that's like a really weird concept to wrap your head around. How does someone withdraw for attention? We become more sensitive to her, where there's times when she'll be like, I'm going to my room and I'm shutting the door, and we're like, okay. And then sometimes she'll run off and go to her room, and I'm more aware that she wants me to go after her and talk to her and make sure everything's okay. And if I get there and I say, hey, do you want to talk? And she says, no, leave me alone, then I'll say, okay, well, just check back with me in 15 or 20 minutes if you want to, and then I just go out and shut the door. So it's a knowledge of that sometimes the withdrawal is truly to withdraw because she needs to recharge or process something, and sometimes the withdrawing is for attention. And it's hard as a parent because you have to figure that out, and Enneagram has really helped because we can just talk about it. We just say, do you need to go withdraw because you need to withdraw, or do you need me to come talk to you? And so we have this language. We're not hiding things and hoping someone will notice. She's not withdrawing and hoping I'll notice because I can.
It's like
just
in
talk.
the movies where the girl runs out and the guys are supposed to follow, but you don't know, and sometimes they get mad if you follow.
Yeah.
That really happens in real life.
But the other thing about this is not only the parents is it helpful for them to know the Enneagram, but it's helpful if the children know the Enneagram, because you could go to Kaden and ask her the exact same two questions, and she might not understand the questions. Do you want me to be here, or do you just need time for yourself? And she might actually not be clear on what the answer is. But once she knows the Enneagram, then her answers get clear.
Exactly.
Is that fair, Kate?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I understand what I want better.
Right.
And like what I need better.
Yeah. Kate, my phrase when I'm talking with a 4 that's struggling a little bit would be, I understand to them. Not, it's going to be all right. Not that, be happy, don't worry.
I've gotten better at that.
Yeah, is that the sentence you want to hear?
Definitely.
I understand.
Yeah, I've always wanted people to understand me, and I've always felt like my parents didn't understand me or what was going on with me or why I did what I did, and I always felt like it was a judgment or something. And now I feel like they do understand me better. I feel like everybody understands me better now because I understand myself better.
Yeah.
I remember one time I was doing something in the kitchen and there was a lot going on and she was trying to tell me something, and I couldn't really pay attention to her like she needed me to, and I remember I just stopped and I'm like, I understand you need my attention right now, and I cannot give you the attention that you need right at this moment. So if you can just hold on and let me finish what I'm finishing, when I'm done, I will sit down and give you the attention that you need, and I will listen to you. And it's after dinner was over, we were sitting at a table, and I'm like, okay, what did you need to talk to me about? And we went right back to it, and I knew the right language to use. And she even said that it was like, wow, that was awesome. And it just, instead of something where she might have gotten upset and gone to her room because I wasn't paying attention to her that she needed, I was able to just say to her what I knew she needed to hear at that moment, using language from the Enneagram for the type 4, and for her to be okay to hold on for a minute because I couldn't do what I needed to do at that moment. Yeah. And I wish that I had known that since she was like 2, because that would have been used a whole lot in my parenting relationship with her if I had known then what I know now. So
it's not too late, though.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. We're going forward, but I do recognize, looking back, how many times that would have that I could have done things a little bit differently if I had that understood the ununderstandable that I'm starting to do now. So.
Yeah. The other thing is it makes that conversation honest and real.
Yeah.
Between the two of you.
Absolutely.
It's not you're not talking to that inner child that you don't understand, and it's not acting out in a way that you don't understand. Kaden understands what she needs, you understand what she needs, and you come to an agreement to meet that need, just not right at this moment.
Right,
yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's pretty wonderful
it's
parenting.
Awesome, yeah.
That's pretty wonderful parenting. Okay, well, thank you very much, Kate. Ben, how are you today?
I'm good.
Good. You were sleepy 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
You've been in Disneyland all day.
Yeah, I
the
was
day
in
before.
Disneyland from like 2 in the morning to 4.
Oh my
the day
goodness.
before.
Oh my goodness. So you were exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah. you want to address the question of what the Enneagram has helped you with personally and how it helps in the family?
Yeah. So, pretty much the same thing as they were saying, a common theme that I realize I'm not just ridiculous anymore. The things I would be scared of everything, and judging people would be most of my thoughts, and little things that were weird that I did. And then I would get mad at other people when they didn't do the same weird little things. I now understand that I am not just crazy, that it's the mix of all of my different types going into something. So I'm not as hard on myself about it anymore.
Yeah. And how old are you, Ben?
I'm 12.
And I think the people in this room probably find it really remarkable that someone as young as you are can understand this in such depth. I managed to go through the first 50 years of my life without understanding it. You are way ahead of the curve. Yeah. How about so, you know, actually you're right, it is a common thing, and you pointed it out, is that there's compassion for yourself, and you're not judgmental of yourself. You simply interact with the world in a different way. And that's true of all 4 family members. How about seeing your parents? I mentioned what I asked your mom, if she saw the 2 of you as separate from her, but that also happens with children, is they see the parents as being almost an extension of themselves, or simply on this earth to take care of them. And but with the Enneagram, there's the potential to see them as separate individuals looking at the world through their own lens. Does that make sense?
Definitely. Before the Enneagram, I did kind of just see them as the parents were like them, they're like us. And now with the Enneagram, I realized that we're completely different, and that's okay.
Yeah. Has it changed your interaction with your father?
Yes.
In what way?
I think we spend more time together without getting angry at each other, because we're both reactive, and I have the weird little one things that I do, and he would get mad at me for it, and then the reactive in me would get even more mad, and then it would just be not good,
Yeah.
and it would end up ruining the whole time.
Yeah. So now you have more good times with your father?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What are the little weird one things that you do?
I judge people for not being exactly what I think people should be. If people, at school, I don't like anybody because they're doing weird things, like when they're talking when the teacher is talking, like the common things for kids my age, and I would just get so mad at them and not like them at all, and then now I realize that it's just that one feeling that.
Yeah, that's actually a great description. Do you have 7s in your class?
Yeah, that's my wing,
Yeah.
and I think it's really strong in
Okay.
what I do.
Right. How do you feel about the 7s in the class?
The 7s,
Yeah,
Are all his friends.
yeah, all of my friends are 7 except maybe 1.
that's amazing. Yeah. Can you, when other people don't behave in exactly the way you think they should, now that you have the Enneagram, can you have compassion for them and suspend the judgment of them?
More, not completely, but more than it was.
Yeah, no, that's an honest answer, yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's.
He's a rule follower,
Yeah.
definitely.
Well, and that was going to actually be my
Unless
next.
it's our rules.
Unless it's parents' rules, yeah.
Other than
At school,
parents'
he's a rule follower, yeah.
But actually,